Hello. A year ago, November 8th would be the second day of the October Revolution holiday. Today, there is no major holiday, and there is no union, which was caused by the October Revolution. We have problems. Chechen Ingut area has been declared an extraordinary area. Ossetian villages have been shelled. In Armenia, the industry has always stopped because of no energy. Ukrainian President Kravchuk in Kiev had a press conference. A session of NATO developed a new strategic concept, a new version of the death of British press magnate Maxwell. The Foreign Minister of South Africa is in Moscow, where the text of Yeltsin's decree on the extraordinary situation in the Chechen English area. The problems are tied to the illegal actions of the Executive Committee of the Common People Nationalist Congress and its leaders, who create a threat to the people and the constitutional order of the Republic. The actions undertaken by the Supreme Soviet and the Russian government to stabilize the situation have failed due to the local authorities and President Dudayev. In such conditions, it is necessary to introduce extraordinary measures. President Yeltsin has declared that from 5 o'clock November 9th, 1991 till December 9th, throughout the whole area of the Chechen Ingut region, an extraordinary situation, a temporary government, temporary administration to be introduced in the Chechen Ingut area. The Russian Republic official Ursanov will be the head of this temporary administration. His deputy will be the Interior Minister Ibragimov. All these issues are in correspondence to the Russian Republic law on extraordinary situations, and the following decree must be followed by all states and social bodies. During this extraordinary period, there will be no political meetings or demonstrations and no strikes. Weapons will be prohibited. There will be controlled entry and exit. There will be social organization and activities which are uncooperative will be controlled. Passport control will be introduced. And from November 9th, 5 o'clock, there will be a curfew introduced. In correspondence to the Russian Republic law on extraordinary situations, there will be no elections for local government officials during this period. Tomorrow, the full text of the presidential decree will be published in the press. The situation in southern Ossetia has become critical in the last few days. There's a shootout between Sambaly and the Yursh region. 8 were wounded, houses were destroyed, there's a power outage. This used to be southern Ossetia, but now it has been returned its historical name, Shidekatli. This is the middle of Georgia, and its borders are very tall mountains, 3,000 meters tall. And behind these mountains is located southern Ossetia. How could Vladikavkaz be shot by Georgia, which is located at a lower altitude? No one listens to us. These are villagers. Many have died, 70 people. What do you believe? What do you think? What is the solution? Are there talks being conducted? Will there be stabilization? Yes, there's the prosecutor, inter-regional prosecutor. The Valley City representatives are not talking to us. We present different points of view. in our program. The Interior Minister of North Ossetia, Kantemir, is speaking right now. The situation is very complicated in this region. General Kantemir, the Minister of Interior Affairs of Northern Ossetia, I hope that various leaders, and the wisdom of leaders, the wisdom of the people, for their calmness, for their peace, their stability. I am against any illegal military formations. I am opposed to the formation of National Guards. About law, bodies of law and order, we are doing everything that we could to control the situation. Northern Ossetia is being influenced by the enactment of the Russian Federation on the restoration of repressed nations. Constitutional ways have to be found to solve the problem. This was upheld by the Supreme Soviet of Northern Ossetia. Ministry of Defense of Azerbaijan has started the creation of its own military units. In a few months, the Republic will have its own army. This is the ministry on one of the central streets of the city, headed by the 62-year-old General Vakhatche, who finished 2 military academies and the General Staff Academy. I believe that the center would like to see in the republics the creation of mediocre forces. Our president at the State Soviet has declared repeatedly that Azerbaijan will create an army on a legal basis, on the basis of law, and we will create not a bandit formation, but a legal, constitutional army capable of defending the interests of our republic. The chairman of the Commission of Military Affairs of the Union Council, Alexander Shokhanov, said that it's not profitable for the republics to start their own armies. The paradox is, he says, that the existing armed forces could be one of the few elements which could cement the structure of the new union. In Stavropol, a Cossack conference opened. This is the second major Cossack conference with 350 delegates. The Cossacks of Russia have always been with Russia. This is the first deputy of the Ataman, or the leader of the Cossack Union. At this difficult time of Russian history, we need people who will be concerned about the land and the people. The second major Cossack conference is introducing a program in which we will give the people authority over themselves. Different guests attended. Vice President of Russia, Ritsky, attended. And the Metropolitan of Stavropol had a service. But the Don Cossacks stepped forward with a dispute to change the program of the conference and to change the status of the conference. There was disagreements among different factions of the Cossacks, and this disunity has been noted. We agree with much of what was written by the Don Cossacks, but we do not agree to have Cossack disunity. Martynov, the head of the Cossack Union, spoke. The 3 days of this conference will be full of discord, probably. In Kiev, the president of Ukraine, Kravchuk, had a press conference about the Ukrainian agreement to join the economic union. The first problem, the major problem of the Ukrainian participation in the union was the issue of private property. The parliament of the Ukraine is taking a time out. We're taking a break till December 1st, and are campaigning locally for the candidates and for the referendum of Ukrainian independence. I'm sure that the Ukrainian people will vote for independence, said at the press conference the chairman of the Supreme Soviet of the Ukraine, Kravchuk. I would not like this. I would want an 85% majority for the independence referendum, which would be speak of the spiritual maturity of our people. Many questions related to the economic union signed in Moscow. This is not a political hang news on Ukrainian independence, said Kravchuk. This will be a mutually beneficial agreement. Bilateral agreements will be much more important between the republics. And of course, the most important agreement will be our agreement with Russia. And after the signing of the